you were talking about time and place, and songwriters have their time and place and revolve around the world, and what's going on around the world influences everything. You write relative surplus value, and now everything that's happening. Very timely tune, but it wasn't at the time.
Yeah. Well, it sort of was. I think I was. It was kind of the reflected blast from the internet bubble burst. Was what really started me thinking about it a long time ago, and then it took me years and years to write it. But and just that idea of relative surplus value. It's a theory of Marx is about how it's just about how capitalists derive profit from technological advances. That's relative surplus value. And so I was thinking about the internet and how it was this wonderful force that was immediately taken over by the ambitions and greed of capitalism, and how it still has the chance to be this wonderful thing, but it is also kind of destroyed, I think, a lot of the best and brightest minds of my generation, for sure. Got kind of sucked into that, and I think some of them were frankly destroyed by it, by this kind of fantasy of endless money, and certainly that all snowballed into the mortgage crisis and the economic collapse of recent months. So that was just kind of fortuitous, I guess. But I think if you read enough Marx, it's always coming around to that. Like, it's cyclical, right?
Everything's cyclical.
It's going to happen, So
you read a lot of Marx. You call me?
Well, sure. I mean, I haven't read Marx in a long time, actually. But for writing that song, I read quite a bit of him, and I like to read about him perhaps more than I actually read him. I think Capital is a pretty rough slog, but the Communist Manifesto, I think, is a beautiful work of literature. Yeah, and I reference it a lot. I mean, I think it's got wonderful phrases and wonderful images and sentiments. So.
It's good in theory. I just don't see it being applicable.
Right.
That's the problem, right?
Well,
it just causes chaos.
Well, I'm not sure that that's true. I don't think it's ever been really applied.
Not properly. It's been done in dictatorships, which obviously is not going to work, right?
Yeah, it's not going to work. But I think more the point is the kind of ethic and actions that a piece of literature like that can provoke. And I think, I mean, I wouldn't follow the Communist Manifesto, but I think that the language itself can be really inspiring and also just make people think about who they are and how they fit into a society. I think that's the great thing about Marx, is that he makes the individual think about how they fit into this giant structure that we all live in, and the injustice of that structure, and how we can perhaps try and become less alienated and more fair. I think it's just a real. I mean, I think the New Testament does the same thing. So.
Communism to Jesus.
Yeah, there you go.
And we'll play a song, Relative Surplus Value. What are you writing about lately? Are you writing for a new record? It's been about a year and a half.
Well, you know what? I haven't been writing yet. I've been kind of taking things in, I hope.
Reading a lot?
Yeah, reading a lot, and I want to. There's a few things I want to do. I want to do some traveling this summer around small town Manitoba, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's something to. There's some just thing I've been thinking about that I want to write about contemporary small town life, not the kind of Canadiana small town. Much as I love like Corner Gas and stuff. I mean, I want to kind of get at like just the real small town, I guess, because a small town is always in trouble, and Winnipeg itself is a series of small towns. I mean, so many people who live there are from small towns, and also it seems like the city itself divides itself into small towns. So
all of them seem to.
Yeah, I guess they do. Yeah, it's true. It's just something I've been thinking about in relation to. It's true everywhere, I'm sure, but yeah. So I want to think about small town life, I guess.
You never moved out to the big cities, though.
No, I didn't.
How come? Do you love it that much?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I got family and friends, and in Winnipeg I can do what I want to do and not have to scramble for work, and Winnipeg's one of those places where if you say you're something, you can be, and that's kind of half
So
the battle.
2D art, I wonder how
That's
it
cool.
changes into a song, because you got a couple of songs from Edward Hopper paintings on the record.
All right.
You look at a painting and a song comes out. Now,
Yeah.
obviously not the whole song right away,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
why those two paintings?
I don't know. They both were. I had a list of kind of 10. I thought originally when I first started writing the record, it would be all about Edward Hopper paintings because I was so
really?
moved by this exhibition that I saw in London back in 94, maybe.
So it took a while to
Yeah.
generate the songs.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Or no, 2004, 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. 90s. It's not the 90s anymore.
No.
No,
It's almost the tens.
Yeah, it's almost the tens, for crap's sake. What am I going to do? But, so I saw these wonderful pieces, and I thought they just moved me, and I thought that they lent themselves to narrative, and they kind of begged to be written about. And then I did a lot of reading about Hopper and about the paintings, and discovered that maybe that wasn't such a good idea. And I had all these kind of different issues with it, but I got 2 written, and I just thought at that point I couldn't really. I'd kind of written myself around into a corner, so I kind of had to. But they laid the foundation for the record, and I think the themes kind of emerged from those 2 songs. So that was kind of lucky. So,
Let's play one of them. Your choice.
Let's go with Sun in an Empty Room.
I like that one. Should have been a single is what I think.
Oh, thank you. Huh.
I really dig it.
Oh,
I know a lot of people do too. So we'll do 5 questions. We've done it a lot of times, but we'll do it again because now we got a camera and we'll get it on there.
Right.
Road or studio?
Road.
Lennon or McCartney?
McCartney.
iPod or CDs?
iPod.
Really? You bought one?
I did,
Last time
yeah.
you said CDs.
I know, I did buy one, and I adore it.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's changed my life, actually.
You don't want to love it, but then you just...
I know.
It's amazing.
It's so great. Yeah.
Song you've written you're most proud of?
I'm going to go with... Pamphleteer.
Okay. And one word?
Yeah.
Weakerthans.
One word?
One word.
Fractious.
What does that mean?
It means,
Just wanna
kind
throw
of
out a big word that you don't hear every day?
It's one that just wandered in my head yesterday. Fractious. It means there's
Fractions?
no, it's like conflict, isn't it? Like there's some conflict, but it's
So like friction
maybe
more. Okay. It works. I've never heard it. I like it.
people are diving towards their computers to Google it and
Yeah,
tell me
probably.
that I'm wrong.
Send them emails, johnk@weakerthans.com.
Yeah,
No, I don't
yeah.
know here.
I like larky too.
Lark, that's a
Larky.
good word.
I think, you know what? It's from a John Cheever. I was reading a John Cheever. That's what it is. It's from the end of a John Cheever book called The Wapshot Chronicles, and the character says, "Not all in life is larky and fractious." So, there you go.
There you go. Random words from John K.
There are some random words for you.
Love it. So you're going to play one more tune for us and
Excellent.
close us out, a song that I haven't heard in years, and I don't know if,
Yeah.
unless they go back to Fallow,
Right,
how many
right.
people have heard it recently?
Yeah, it's a title track from Fallow. It's called Fallow. And I wrote it a really long time ago and just kind of pulled it out the other day. And we've been trying to play it live, but we haven't been doing it that much. And it's kind of just a fun one.
Amazing. Tonight, Mac Hall, it's going to be fun as it always is. I love the shows.
Okay.
So it'll be good. And the Constantines are on. What time are you on?
Oh, we're on, I think, at 10. Or
10. So Cons will be on like 9-ish.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just come on down.
That'd be sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.